bless you. Listen, I'm so excited about this particular time that we're going to share together because I want to talk about something that's dear to my heart. God has allowed me to do so many special things with my own children, with so many hundreds of other children that God has allowed me to cross paths with and to be involved in their life, to mentor young men and women. I want to talk about how parents can increase their involvement, your connection to your child. As you well know, right here in Dougherty County, for those of you who are from Dougherty County and even surrounding areas, a child past third, fourth grade, they start to see an increase where the parents are no longer involved. And then, watch what I'm about to say, where there is a lack of parental involvement, then grades go down. And we see a lot of that. And then a lot of times what we see is parents then get angry and mad when the child brings home grades that they're not pleased with, and then automatically they blame the school. I want to say to you, and I want to say to all of our teachers out there, my, you must be celebrated. We celebrate you now. We affirm you now because it's really becoming a very difficult place to work in many cases, not all, but many cases, because they don't have that partnership from the parent to the school. So I want to talk about just a few ways that we can increase that parental involvement. Number one, it's important as parents that we affirm our children. That will help the teacher talk to a child that feels more better about themselves. Number one, to affirm your child. I have to say that one of the things that I try to do very regularly with my children was affirm them. Tell them how beautiful they were. Tell them how wonderful they were. And that affirmation sometimes offset bad behavior. Let me say it again. In many cases, that affirmation will offset bad behavior. So it's important that parents, because you would be surprised how the teacher is struggling with a kid that doesn't feel like anyone cares. So it's important that the parents build their children, affirm their children. Number two, attention. Not negative attention, not simply giving them attention when they act out or don't do right or they disappoint you. Positive attention. Attention not only at home, but parents, you must come to the schools. You must show up to the child's classroom. You must send the message to the child that you are involved in their lives and that you're giving them positive attention. Attention at home. Attention while doing homework. Sitting down with them, going over with their homework with them. Some of you are saying, I don't understand the math. I don't understand the English. Attempting to sit with your child to say, tell me what you're doing in class. Tell me what the teacher's talking about will go a long way. And then if in fact you don't understand the subject matter, finding someone that can help your child, like a tutor, help your child in the subject matter that maybe perhaps you don't feel as comfortable with. But attention, you'd be surprised how attention at home, the parents coming to the school to show attention to the child while being in school will go a long way. What we're struggling with in the school system is a lot of behavior issues. And this is what happens. Where there's a lack of attention at home, the negative behavior increases at school. Therefore, now the teacher is spending more time dealing with behavior than they are dealing with the subject. So attention goes a long way. So I want to encourage parents, and many of you are listening to me. I know that some of you are single parents, some of you are married, and both parties are working, struggling. By the time you get home, you're tired. But I want you to factor in an hour of your time, 3-4 nights a week, to just focus on your children. Positive attention, affirmation, and attention given to your child saves the teacher a lot of wasted time. I want to encourage you as parents to do that. So it's very important that we give that affirmation, attention. Number 3, not accusation. Let me say it again. Not accusation. It's important that we don't build relationships with our children that's constantly accusing them of something. It's almost like if I feel like that there's nothing I can do right, and every time you do talk to me, it's an accusation. Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? Why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? Hear your child out. Hear your child's heart. Hear what their concerns are. I'm telling you that it goes a long way from home to school. This is the time, particularly when a child is from kindergarten to 8th grade, that you can set the tone, set them as a target for the rest of their life, good or bad. You don't want the relationship to be accusation-centered. Listen, lastly, it's important as parents, we want accountability from our children, but at the same time, the school system needs you to be accountable. Let me say it again. As a parent, I must be accountable, not just accountable to make a living for the child, but I must be accountable to the school system for my child. Accountable to my child, making sure that they get good grades, making sure that you sit with them and talk with them about school, about their day, about their teacher, about what was your day like and what kind of things are you doing in school. Accountability. Then parents, we need you in the school system. We need you to show up at the classroom, show up at the school when the child is doing well, not when the child is acting up or you get a notice from the school. We need a deeper sense of school involvement, parental involvement with our schools. Everyone complains about the school system. The school system is this, the school system is not this, and the school system should be doing this. Let's talk to the parents. I'm talking to the parents. Parents, we need you to get on the front line of parenting, the front line of involvement with the school system, with your teacher. Get to know your teacher. Go up there and introduce yourself. Give them the right telephone number. Give them the right address. When you change cell numbers, when you change phone numbers, inform the school so that the school knows how to get in touch with you. Accountability. Being a single parent, being a hardworking parent, coming from a two-parent home and working hard, all those things are commendable. However, our children need you, need your involvement. So again, these are just a few things that I think will help in raising our children and helping our children become better students in school. So don't forget, this is the school year, from August to December, from January to May. Let's be involved with our children. God bless you. We'll see you next time.
This has been another VLP Think Big moment. Join us again to be challenged, transformed, and motivated.